Joining us on Blitz is Cody Coleman, head coach of the Tallulah Falls Indians, fresh off a region championship. Coach Coleman, really appreciate your time. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Now, 2 years heading up the system and get yourself a region championship. Never been done in school history before. What does that feel like to be a region champion?
I mean, it feels great. Just all year the guys have been working extremely hard, and they've been putting a lot of time and effort into it. And just to have all that work pay off, it just feels great.
Yeah, and now, obviously, you know, for a normal season, all the hard work's being put up leading up to the year. This year, obviously, is way different for everybody. But throughout the season, we saw the team go on a 10-game win streak, currently on a 5-game win streak. So we knew things were special. But at what point did you kind of sit back and say, hey, this team has potential to go on and win a region championship?
Well, I think coming into the year, I think we knew that we had a chance to be a good basketball team. And each game just going on, we started to come together more as a group. And this team really has a family atmosphere about it. And I know a lot of coaches say this, but with this team, we really mean it, that each person on the team plays for each other. And I think they really embody that team atmosphere. And when everybody just started to gel, things started to work out on the court.
Yeah, and you kind of talked about the family atmosphere, and I think we see that on the court with this team, because what I love about your team, it's an even distribution. I mean, the way the offense works, it could be one of 5 guys really on your team that could lead any given night. Most of the time, all of them are in double figures. But what's that like from a coach's standpoint to know that the offense doesn't run through just 1 or 2 guys, but anybody can be that guy?
Sure, and kind of what I was speaking on to previously, it is a team-first atmosphere. So we don't have an individual who is trying to be that go-to guy, that main go-to guy. It's a team first thing, and I think that is reflected in our scoring. Like you were saying, it's very well rounded. We've got 3 guys that are pretty consistently in double figures, and sometimes we can have 4th or 5th guy that breaks that double figure mark. But from a coaching perspective, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really encouraging to see everybody work so well together and distribute the ball. And it makes it easy for us just because we can just go in and run our system and not necessarily have to worry about anything else.
Yeah, you can just run wide open, which you guys tend to look like you can do. And it makes it hard for other teams to shut you down too, because they can't hone in on that one guy.
Sure.
Now, with all the success this year, always comes hype, and whether you want it or not, it's there. And you know, we've seen the state ranking, the 10-game win streak, undefeated in region championship, all those things. From a coach's standpoint, have you had to, at any point, have you had to kind of sit your guys down and kind of talk about making sure you stay humble, hungry, and focused?
Actually, no. I think just from a team personality standpoint, all the guys are already humble young men, and that's not something that we really had to worry about or be concerned with. Matter of fact, never once did we even talk about any of the rankings or win streak, anything like that. All we tend to focus on is just that next game. And actually, we don't even really look at the whole next game. We take it quarter by quarter. And just try not to let any of that other stuff get in the way.
Absolutely. So after winning that region championship at Athens Academy, what was the talk that you had with the guy? Did you have a talk with them afterwards, and what is kind of the mindset you've told them to be in now that you're heading on to the state tournament?
Well, we had talked as a team actually during a practice one day early on in the season, and we talked about goals as just a team at Tallulah Falls, and we mentioned that no team had ever won first off the regular season. No boys team had ever won the regular season or the region tournament. And we set that goal for ourselves, and it was just extremely gratifying to see our team go out there and perform well and achieve that goal that we had talked about earlier in the year.
And then for state playoffs, what do you feel like this team needs to do to make maybe a deep run that we haven't quite seen this team make? You know, maybe the quarterfinals or something like that.
Well, we don't know who we're playing yet. We'll know this Saturday. But we always talk about in practice and film, it's not necessarily about what the other team does. It's about what we do. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Basketball is it's a simple sport, right? It's
Put the ball in the hole.
That's right. That's right. So we just try to focus on the simple things and not try to make things too complicated, not worry about anything that really we don't need to be concerned with,
Right.
and just try to be the best basketball team possible.
I have a feeling if you continue to do that, the rest is going to take care of itself. But
Yes,
congrats
sir.
on a great season so far, and you got a lot more you want to accomplish, and we
Right.
look forward to seeing how it works out.
Right. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks.